Joining me now from Raleigh, North Carolina, president and founder of North Carolina Voter Integrity Project, Jay DeLancey. Jay, this is institutionalized voter corruption that we're talking about that's existing in California, and that's apparently being layered upon layer in North Carolina. Your governor is effectively trying to turn the Tar Heel state into California East, and doing it with a 1-2 punch, which is what they did in California as well. And that's all mail-in ballots coupled with this ballot harvesting. It's going to give voter integrity an effective 1-2 punch.
Yes, Graham, thank you for having me. It is a 1-2 punch. The vote by mail, the legislature thinks they have boxed him in on that by passing this law, but they gave him so many other features that will be just like vote by mail, but the state will not be sending out unrequested ballots. Instead, others will request the ballots that will show up in people's mailboxes. So it'll be effectively the same, only the state will have no hand in it.
You know, the Trump campaign spokesperson, one of the Trump campaign spokespeople, Harmeet Dillon, wrote an op-ed in the USA Today today that says this. It pretty well sums it up. The Democrats would flood the postal system with unused ballots and open the door for bad actors to manipulate the election. Widespread voting by mail also risks severely delayed election results. Many states offer bloated rolls that include millions of ineligible voters. Tabulation of ballots that takes weeks instead of hours, and with ballot harvesting substantially increase the risk that ballots are coerced from voters, misdirected, or completed fraudulently. Until states bring their election systems up to date and make them secure, automatic vote by mail will continue to pose significant risks of election fraud, delay, and lack of finality. And really, I don't know about the situation in North Carolina. Historically, there's been some problems in North Carolina with the voter rolls. But unless states like California clean up their voter rolls, this vote by mail is a disaster.
It truly is. And North Carolina is one of those states that has been very lax in their voter list maintenance. We're up around 1 million voters that are coded inactive, which means that the election officials have mailed them material that has come back undeliverable. It's more than just not voting. They're missing. These people are missing, but they're still on the voter roll, and they'll all get ballots.
And it's interesting, beyond that tell me about how these are sent out, that they are metered. And a lot of people may not realize exactly what metered means. So explain this, the fact that they may not have a time, date stamp on these ballots that are mailed back.
Sure, the state has the ability to send them back, and they could put stamps on them that need to be postmarked. The problem will be, as in California in 2018, the state will have them, they'll use meters, unless we can stop them. They'll use metered mail, just like the mail you get in your, any of your listeners can look at their mail they get, your viewers rather, and they can see you get lots of mail that is not postmarked. So we're worried that that mail will come in, and normally any ballots that are postmarked by the close of the polls on election day are counted, even if they come in late. But if they show up late without a postmark, this creates a problem. And if you have 10 to 100,000 of them that show up late, this creates significant problems, and it'll disrupt the entire election.
Well, you can see what's coming, right? This is the train coming at you down the tracks. They're going to say, oh, wait a minute, there's no postmark. We don't know for sure when this was put in the mail. We know when we received this, but we don't know for sure when this thing was put in the mail. And then it complicates matters when they put a lot of this stuff online. There's an online portal that people can go to request. How does this work?
Yeah, the online portal, just a little bit of personally identifying information, and you can order a ballot. So people will be going house to house and requesting ballots, of course, but we're wondering who will be checking this information. If the one guy we caught who'd voted in North Carolina, Florida, and Tennessee for the same election in multiple elections had used a different last four of his social between North Carolina and Tennessee. So nobody checks it.
And this is the problem with vote by mail, all vote by mail, is it effectively wipes out voter ID. Whether a state has voter ID or not, the act of going to a poll and casting your vote should remain intact. Instead, it's being wiped out by the Democrat machine, who wants to institutionalize this voter chaos because they know in the end, many times, it benefits them.
Want to see more videos like this? Click on the link below and subscribe to One American News on YouTube, and call your cable provider and kindly demand that One American News is added to your lineup. Call and subscribe today.